Hello, this is Sarah Blevins again. I'm going to teach you a little bit about what FERPA is. I have a law and guidance policy landing general print off here that I'm reading. This is from the Family Policy Compliance Office, the FPCO home. This is what FERPA is. This is what my videos are about. This is a parents' rights issue. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, 20 U.SC. State Statute 1232G semicolon 34 CFR Part 99 is a federal law that protects the privacy of student education records. The law applies to all schools that receive funds under an applicable program of the United States Department of Education. FERPA gives parents certain rights with respect to their child's educational records. These rights transfer to the student when he or she reaches the age of 18 or attends a school beyond the high school level. Students to whom the rights have transferred are eligible students. Parents or eligible students have the right to inspect and review the student's education records maintained by the school. Schools are not required to provide copies of records unless, for reasons such as great distance, it is impossible for parents or eligible students to review the records. Schools may charge a fee for copies. Parents or eligible students have the right to request that a school correct records when they believe to be inaccurate or misleading. If the school decides not to amend the record, the parent or eligible student has the right to a formal hearing. After this hearing, if the school still decides not to amend the record, the parent or eligible student has the right to place a statement with the record, setting forth his or her view about the contested information. Generally, schools must have written permission from the parent or eligible student in order to release any information from a student's education record. That's pretty big when you think about Department of Social Services. However, FERPA allows schools to disclose those records without consent to the following parties or under the following conditions: 3-4 CFR State Statute 99.31, school officials with legitimate educational interest, other schools to which a student is transferring, specified officials for audit of evaluation purposes, appropriate parties in connection with financial aid to student, organizations conducting certain studies for or on behalf of the school, accrediting organizations to comply with a judicial order or lawfully issued subpoena, appropriate officials in cases of health and safety emergencies, and state and local authorities within a juvenile justice system pursuant to specific state law. Schools may disclose without consent directory information such as a student's name, address, telephone number, date and place of birth, honors and awards, and dates of attendance. However, schools must tell parents and eligible students about directory information and allow parents and eligible students a reasonable amount of time to request that the school not disclose directory information about them. Schools must notify parents and eligible students annually of their rights under FERPA. The actual means of notification, special letter, inclusion in a PTA bulletin, student handbook, or newspaper article is left to the discretion of each school. For any additional information, you can call 1-800-USA-LEARN. Individuals who use TDD may use the Federal Relay Service, or you can contact them at the following address: Family Policy Compliance Office, U.S. Department of Education, 400 Maryland Avenue, Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20202-8520. So there you have it, FERPA, the boogeyman for CPS. Basically, when state is not listening, county is not listening to parents' rights and ultimately the best interest of the children, the preservation of family, you have to call down the federal government and say, hey, this school board is not being compliant with the laws, and ultimately that combats any order that a judge may or may not place on you, verbally or written, which technically they should all be written, for you as a parent not to have access to your child's school records. It is a federal right for you as a parent through FERPA to have access to your child's records in school. So I would recommend all parents out there who care about their kids in foster care right now, in custody of DSS, who do not have your rights officially terminated, to, even if you're going through an appeal, maybe talk to your lawyer about if you can still have FERPA involved. Because I'm not advising and practicing law. I'm just saying, talk to your lawyer about it. But yeah, that is one thing that we can stand on, that the federal government will back us. Now here in North Carolina, I just have to get a shout out to Randy Davis, who is leading North Carolina as far as parents' rights go, with his own investigation through FERPA. He's the one who's inspired me to, go exercise my parental rights. So, shout out to you, Randy, and Shai, and thanks for helping me with this idea in the being a forerunner as far as us parents, pursuing our rights go, pursuing the preservation of our families goes. I'm hoping to one day see North Carolina turned around. I actually had to explain what due process was to the regional educational board director, manager type person, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. So there you go. You have FERPA, CPS Boogeyman, Friends of Parental Rights. Let's see how this goes. They have 45 days from today to grant me my records, or it's going down for real, as my kids would say.